the Bengals and the Chiefs on Monday night.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now it appears. We've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. It's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Get him! Come on!
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Come on now. Here we go. Ready?
Play action. It's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Mahomes now to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I like this focus here because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
From midfield now, Burrow. And this one's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Keep getting sacks.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. A little juke. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 at the 19. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now here's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow goes right back to Smith again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Mahomes now to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that,
yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice spin into some open field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Burrow will throw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted. And they did.
Now Burrow on first down. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Burrow. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
McPherson on for the point after.
And no sweat, he puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as it kicks away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
finding Kelsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57, Mike, 57.
Mahomes will throw. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture. That catch good for only a couple. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to get another first down here up at midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Mahomes to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Butker now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with what will almost certainly be the game-winning score as the lead is 7 here in the final moments. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.